Today we are on Power Standards 7 and 8. So if you guys could get those done for me, I'll be walking around to look for your effort. Don't forget on that Power Standard 7, if you look, it says show your thinking. So make sure you're showing your work. Okay, you can't just write the answer for that one. You got to show what you are thinking. Keep trying on this one. Good job, Matthew. Looks good. I like that you're working hard on this. Here is brag tag for persisting for today. You can add that to your ring. Go ahead and walk over and add it to your ring. Can you raise your hand if you did not get a stamp on your paper yet, if I have not made my way around? All right, very good. So a few of you actually earned some brag tags. I saw you persisting through the problem, especially that second problem with Power Standard 8. Some of you were trying some new methods, and I like to walk around and see that. Let's take a look at Power Standard 7. It says Claire bought saltwater taffy for 23 cents each. Claire bought 57 pieces of taffy. How much money did Claire spend? Show your thinking. So can somebody tell me what the first thing you did was? What did you set up? Jacqueline.
Multiplied 23 cents by 57.
Good. Okay, so the first thing that is important in this question is the 23 cents, right? So it's telling me it's 23 cents for one piece of taffy. Okay, what is this?
Unit.
What is it?
Unit rate.
Unit rate, or the unit price. Okay, that's the price for one piece of taffy, but I don't want to know the price of one piece of taffy. The question's asking how much would it be if I bought 57 pieces of taffy. So Jacqueline's saying you take the unit price and you multiply it by 57. So I'm going to take the 0.23, multiply it by the 57, and that will give me my new total. How much did I spend on taffy, or in this case, Claire? Caitlin?
$13.11.
$13.11. Make sure this is going in your answer box down at the bottom. Okay? All right. Questions on Power Standard 7. All right, let's go to Power Standard 8. For every $5 that Micah saves, his parents gives him $10. If he saves $150, how much would his parents give him? Now, as I started walking around, I saw a lot of you starting to make a table, which is great. Okay, but you have to go really far out with that table, didn't you? 5, 10, 15, all the way to 150. That's why some of you got the persisting brag tag today. Okay, but there is another way. We did this earlier in the year. Do you guys remember setting up proportions? Okay, so let's set up a proportion here. Okay, so it says every $5 that Micah saves. So Micah is saving $5. Let's put Micah's savings on the top. Every $5 Micah saves, his parents give him $10. That's a pretty good deal, right? So we're going to put his parents' amount on the bottom. So remember, I'm going to just put a little M here for Micah, and I'm going to put a little P here for parents so that we remember which way we set it up. Remember, in proportions, you have to put the same labels. So up top, we have to put Micah. On the bottom, we have to put his parents. So it says, if he saves $150, where's that number going to go? On the top. So we're going to put the 150 up here. And we want to know how much his parents gave him. So what should I put there if I don't know it? A variable. So I'm going to use P for parents. So now I have a problem. How do I solve this? Use cross multiplication. So 5 times P, okay, equals 150 times 10. Nothing I can do here. 5P equals 1,500. How do I solve for P? What do I do to both sides, Jacqueline? Divide by 5. These cancel. That leaves me with how much money did his parents give him? 1,500 divided by 5 is 300, very good. Okay, I'd like you to take a second, look at your answers and the top boxes in your effort box, and take a look at the answers that we just went through. Take a second and compare them. I want you to find anything that you had in common. I want you to find your mistakes. I don't want you to change anything in your effort box, but just look and see. Very good. All right, so go ahead and put those warm-ups in the middle of the table. I will be picking those up. This was the last warm-up of the week. And get out your PMT test that's in your folder and your graph, please. Your PMT test and your graph. If we look back here, PMT test 12 was in cycle 2. Your goal for PMT test 2 was a 4. Your class average was a 5. So you guys beat the goal of 4 by getting a 5. But you did stay about the same as the test before that. So we didn't improve much, okay? We still had only covered 4 out of the 8 standards for this test, okay? So go ahead and graph your results. Remember, if you have a star, you put a smiley face. If you have a slash, you got the question wrong, you put a X in that box. So go ahead and get those graphed for me. Make sure you're on the right side, test 12. Our habit of mind for this week is persisting. Okay, so some of you got the persistence brag tag today. So our quote. Who thinks they can fill in the blanks for our quote? Hannah, nice and loud.
Obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. Michael Jordan.
Excellent job, Hannah. Thank you very much. So we've been talking about persistence, right? The ability to look at a math problem. If you don't know it, you try something, right? You fill in that effort box. You put forth some attempt. All right? Very good.